Welcome to another broadcast of BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more. Today's broadcast is brought to you by A Rustic Garden, Mowen Auto Body, Cash Communications, Larry Dunn Accounting, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation, The Land Guys, Toby Stay, Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, Blessing Health Systems, your Mount Sterling YMCA, Bemis Lawn Service, Sarah D. Culbertson Memorial Hospital, Ray Insurance Agency, Mount Sterling Savings, All About Dance and More, Main Street Repair, Brown County State Bank, B&N Trucking, L. Grady Realty, and the Grady Agency, Mount Sterling Foods, The Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling, the Farmers State Bank and Trust Company, KLC Inc., Henry Automotive, Sleep Tight, Yingling and Nissen Insurance Agency, Hindeker Funeral Home, Gassing Lumber Company, St. Mary's School, Heather's Tumble and Tap, LM Concrete Construction, Lorenzo Martinez, Service Master. Stay tuned for the broadcast of the Brown County Hornets on BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more. Back with you on BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more, and the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show brought to you by the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling. Give them a call, 217-773-2626, or on the web at comfortman.com. Jack Hall alongside today to do baseball between Brown County and Griggsville Perry. Jack, glad to have you on board today.
Well, you know, Steve, you're kind of in baseball heaven when you're at Perry. This is kind of where baseball kind of started, I always said.
But it was across the street.
Well, no, actually, Jeff Kremlin and I worked a game here quite a few years ago umpiring, and I remember him saying, Jack, this has got to be baseball heaven. The parents are in the stands. They're cooking hot dogs and popcorn in the old building back in the day. They were doing homework on the bleachers and just playing baseball. That's what they do at Perry, and quite a few years ago, they had a storm come through here and take out some of the backstop and lights, but everything seems to be repaired. A boarded outfield fence. That's just kind of the way baseball ought to be played. You know?
Hey, you're absolutely right. Bright, sunshiny day. We're going to be pretty close to 80 here today, which is different than we had 2 weeks ago, as in we had 50. Early 50s, mid 50s with winds blowing. It gave us a little wind chill, and I know you don't like to do them cold early games.
Well, when it's 32 degrees, it doesn't really feel like baseball weather to me. And you fought through all that stuff. I said I was just about going to have to get one of those portable deer stands with a shower next to it or something just to be able to make it go. I talked about bringing the RV to some games, but I haven't found the great location yet. But, Steve, fun to be here today as Griggsville Perry hosts Brown County in baseball action.
Well, we'll be back after a few moments. Let our sponsors get some time here. You're listening to the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame.
Get up and go, get the good stuff at Napa Know-How, and thank you for your business in Mount Sterling, Illinois. Have a great day.
Seeing a medical specialist doesn't require driving a long distance. The Culbertson Memorial Hospital Specialty Clinics have providers who are ready to diagnose and treat your chronic conditions and injuries. And now we've expanded the number of specialties in a newly renovated space, including gynecology, infectious disease, and coming soon, ear, nose, and throat. Get the high-quality health care from the team who knows you best. Culbertson Memorial Hospital, your choice hospital. Find all the available specialties at cmhospital.com.
At Henry Automotive, they believe in honest, hometown service. They have the latest in technology and tools and are equipped for any job. So, whether it's an oil change, scheduled maintenance, a check engine light, or a major repair, Doug and Darren Henry, your ASE-certified mechanics, are standing by to get you back on the road. Henry Automotive, located at 1157 690 East Street, Mount Sterling. Just turn north at the KC Hall onto Damon Road. Drive 1.8 miles and look for the big blue and yellow sign. Call Henry Automotive at 773-9066. Once again, that's Henry Automotive at 773-9066.
The Ray Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency in Mount Sterling. We offer competitively priced insurance products that fit the needs of you and your family. We specialize in personal, commercial, and agribusiness insurance products. So call me, Brad Cassing, today at 217-773-3851 for a free quote and risk assessment. We are located at 128 West Main Street in Mount Sterling. Our phone number is 217-773-3851.
Hi, Chad Yingling here with Yingling and Nissen Insurance.
And Mike Yingling, also with Yingling and Nissen Insurance. Tell me about home and auto packages. It looks like we've had some companies with pretty competitive rates here the last few months.
We've done a lot of quotes here in the last few weeks. I've saved anywhere from $600 to even $1,200 off their annual premium. Been doing really well and saving people a lot of money and providing them excellent coverage.
Pretty competitive on the home and auto stuff if people want to quote.
We'd love to take a look at your stuff, give you a quote, and hopefully save you a bunch of money.
Give us a call at 217-773-3397.
When was the last time you had a great night's sleep? Sleep Tight, your locally owned bedding specialty store offering only beds made right here in the US of A. Come shop our all-American made brands such as Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. And as always, we offer interest-free financing, free delivery, free setup, and free removal of your old mattress.
Better bed, less money, Sleep Tight. Sleep Tight.
A collision with your vehicle can be stressful on its own. You don't need more stress dealing with the Auto Body Shop. Mowen Auto Body and owners Chuck and Brandy Mowen can help take the stress out of the process. Chuck brings over 24 years in the auto body business and is iCar certified. Mowen Auto Body, 149 Main Street, Mount Sterling, Illinois. Call 217-773-2127. Mowen Auto Body, the quality of yesterday with the knowledge of today, the right choice in collision repair. Maintaining your lawn can be a never-ending battle, but Bemis Lawn Service with their state-of-the-art equipment and skilled team of lawn experts are ready to take on any job you need completed for your lawn, such as lawn maintenance, fertilization, turf weed control, grub control, driveway weed control, overseeding, and shrub trimming. Call Aaron at 217-653-0198 or Scott at 217-653-0197. Bemis Lawn Service, they've got an eye for all things green. Go Hornets!
Land Guy's Toby Stay's relentless pursuit is to use his local expertise to help connect those with a shared passion for land. If you're in the market to sell, give him a call at 217-257-6096. Additionally, if you're in the market to buy, you can find his current listings by scanning the QR code on the screen or following him on Facebook at Toby Stay Land Broker or on Instagram at Toby Stay. He looks forward to connecting with you and providing a smooth process to your transaction.
Your Mount Sterling Foods is still a great place for lunch. The name will be changing, but the daily lunch specials you enjoy will be there. Check out the specials on their Facebook page or their weekly ad in the Democrat message. Mount Sterling Foods, 200 Pittsfield Road, Mount Sterling, Illinois. Call 217-773-2213.
Thinking about replacing a furnace or building a home? Confused by the options? Contact the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling about GeoComfort geothermal systems. Harness the energy stored in the earth to provide your heating and cooling. Geothermal is extremely efficient, safe, and environmentally friendly. It could save you up to 70% on your heating and cooling bills. Call the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling at 217-773-2626 to discover the best option for your home.
Back with you on BC Hornet Sports in the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show. Hey, Jack, did you know that the Comfort Man, they not only do heating and cooling, but they do solar also. And so if you need to know more about solar and what the tax breaks are, Casey and the group over there can let you know that and get you set up with that.
Well, with the government in there set up the way they are right now, there's a lot of incentives to be able to make things happen. And I'd go see those guys, He's got a son-in-law, an old an old Plymouth guy, and pretty good folks. Those guys, an old umpire too. He's helped out with the Little League over the years. People who get involved in the community, and I always like to see people shop local when they can.
Absolutely. Got to get you turned up a little bit before I get a nasty gram on that.
You can give me a little more headset if you want to.
Well, I don't know if I've got any more headset for you.
Right.
But and try your knobs up here if you've got them.
I forgot about those, Steve. I let the other guys run with those things all the time. So.
All right. Well, let's talk about the keys of the game. That's brought to you by Blessing Health Systems. Have a healthcare need or question? Talk to a real person with the answers you need at the Blessing Resource Center, 217-277-5000. That's 217-277-5000. I'll give you my 3. You can add to what you want to on it, but my 3 are real basic. Number 1, doesn't make any difference. Softball, baseball, Little League, high school, junior high, from the mound, can't walk people. Throw strikes. Yeah. Walks equal runs, as we saw yesterday in the softball game. The second thing is you got to field the ball clean. Errors usually equal runs. And those are the 2 things that will lose ball games for teams, is those 2 things. And then the third thing is you got to put the bat on the ball. Go up there ready to swing when the ball's ready. Put it into play, because guess what? Even in professional baseball, if you put the ball on the play, you don't know what's going to happen.
I think one of the things, talking to Bob Lonergan on Saturdays, we sit and watch the baseball game together, and he said, put pressure on the other team. When you get on base, steal bases, make them throw the ball around, and make them have to make fielding positions, because they're high school kids. They're going to make some mistakes, and that's how you win conferences. That's how you win ball games. That's how you win state championships, and that's to make things happen. And never forget about an age-old thing that a lot of people have, and that's called a bunt. Bunting can make a lot of good things happen.
I tell you, softball uses that more than baseball does. They use it to create those runs, to create the chaos, and you'll see your point on, running, putting pressure. Colby Ward, if he gets on base, plays havoc. And it's great for Maverick Henry and Tice Fullerton that bat after him, because guess what? They can't afford to throw some slow stuff up there, because if they do, he's gone.
Well, Colby's one of those guys that in basketball he made things happen, in football he made things happen. If you didn't stop him on the football field, you weren't going to beat the Brown County Hornets. And when he came up there with Beheimer and Carr in basketball, guess what? They were unbeatable at that time. I can't imagine baseball's a whole lot different. You still got those 3 names out there competing.
Absolutely. And so that is our keys to the game, brought to you by Blessing Health Systems. If it's a possible strain, sprain, or fracture, head to the Blessing Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic, 8 to 5 Monday through Friday at the Blessing Health Center. That's at 4800 Main Street in Quincy. No appointment needed. We'll take another quick station break, then we'll be back with your starting lineups, brought to you by Dot Transportation.
Owning a home can come with lots of surprises like water damage, leaky roofs, fire damage, and mold. You're not alone. Call Service Master Cleaning and Restoration today. We're a family-owned business serving Quincy, Jacksonville, Macomb, and Fulton County, Illinois.
When it comes to your money, local is better. Farmers National Bank of Griggsville is here in the heart of the community, working where we live. We make sensible loans to our friends and neighbors so that we can help our community grow. Stop by and see our friendly staff and see what we can do to meet your financial goals. Located in Griggsville, Pittsfield, and Mount Sterling. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I love working at DOT. I love the flexibility.
I love my 3-day weekends.
When you walk into DOT, you expect a lot of great things. Pay raises.
Benefits.
The reason I really like DOT is the people.
You're working among your friends. It's just a positive, uplifting place.
Y a todos son bienvenidos y no los tratan a nadie indiferente, no importa de dónde vengan.
C'est comme une grande famille.
Je dis j'aime DOT Food.
As a student at St. Mary's School, your child will receive strong educational foundation embedded with Christian values. All students, kindergarten through 8th grade, have individual iPads, along with personalized attention with a small class size. St. Mary's also offers Fulham half-day pre-K, affordable tuition, a family atmosphere, and exceptional teachers. Register your child today by calling Melissa at St. Mary's School at 217-773-2825.
This is Tracy Hendricker with the Hendricker Funeral Home in Mount Sterling. On behalf of our entire family, we wish the best of luck to all the Hornet teams this season. Jamie and I have always been so proud of the athletic programs in the Brown County School District, which was such an important part of our own children's formative years. We are honored and humbled to have served so many families in Brown County and pledge to continue the tradition of assisting families with the dignity and compassion our community deserves. Thank you, and go Hornets!
LM Concrete Construction takes pride in providing quality concrete work to Mount Sterling and the surrounding areas, specializing in flat work, sidewalks, residential, new buildings, or add-ons, commercial and decorative concrete. Call Lorenzo Martinez for all your concrete needs at 779-279-4413. That's 779-279-4413.
Brown County Accounting and Tax recently opened in Mount Sterling. The team brings over 30 years of experience and is ready to advise on taxes, bookkeeping, and payroll. We are ready to meet with you with no obligation to discuss your tax saving strategy and have already helped many in the area. Contact us today at 217-770-8082. We're excited to be part of the community and are looking forward to helping you.
Banks are involved in every aspect of our daily lives. They support us as we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like purchasing that new car, opening a small business, buying or building a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. Bank with a partner you can trust and count on. Farmer State Bank and Trust Company of Mount Sterling. Locally owned, locally operated, locally dedicated. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a place to gather?
Meet me at the library.
Need free access to computers and Wi-Fi?
Meet me at the library.
What about a resource for schools and students?
Meet me at the library.
How about a space designed just for kids?
Meet me at the library.
Where can all of Brown County go for books, history, entertainment, and community?
Well, meet me at the library.
Meet me at the library.
Meet me at the library.
Back with you on BC Hornet Sports in the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show. It's time for the starting lineups, brought to you by Dot Transportation. If you're wanting to earn a CDL license and drive for a growing company, check out Dot Transportation's driving school. While you're in school, receive a weekly salary jack, free tuition, job placement, hands-on training. That's a great package, isn't it?
How would they feel about a 67-year-old truck driver?
Well, I don't know. They'd probably take you, Jack.
That doesn't sound very emphatic for you, Steve.
Well,
it's kind of like, will they have to?
Well, I don't think they'd turn you down.
No.
Good
opportunities today, make a living. I'll tell you what, folks, you can really do some great things.
Truck drivers are making more than they ever had in their lives. My uncles would love to have trucked in this era, even with electronic logbooks and things like that. But, yeah, they're making great money out there. Truck drivers are in demand. Go to drivefor.com and do those lines.
Hey, if you can go to work for Dot, you can't go wrong. Let's face it. Have you ever figured out how many miles the Surratt family might have driven over the years?
Oh, no. It's millions, millions and millions of miles. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. You want to give that, Jack? I'll let you do starting lineups.
We can take a look at Brown County right off the bat. Colby Wart will be leading off, playing shortstop today, it says. Maverick Henry in center field, batting second. Tice Fullerton, the second baseman, bats third. And the cleanup man on the hill today, Sam Carr. He's batting fourth and pitching. And his dad's not the coach. I always like to throw that in there. Gavin Montgomery will be the first baseman today. He'll be batting fifth. In the sixth spot is the third baseman, Hayden Weesey. And then you go to Cole Beheimer playing in left field today, batting 7th. Jack Buss, what a great first name, the catcher, and batting 8th. And Trey Fullerton's the DH. He'll be batting 9th, batting for Thomas Boylan, who is the right fielder. That's the lineup for Brown County. Griggsville Perry's Tornadoes, the host team today here at the Perry Ball Diamond. Pitching and leading off is Lane Lipkeman. His twin brother, Wyatt Lipkeman, will be the shortstop batting 2nd. Colby Tate, the first baseman, batting 3rd. Michael Myers is the cleanup hitter and playing left field. Center fielder, Logan Evans. Glad to see Logan on the team. Missed him in basketball this year. He bats 5th. Flint Kirk is the catcher, another solid young man there and a sophomore. He'll be the catcher. Garrett Woodward plays second base, bats 7th. Braden Lister bats 8th, plays right field, and then the hot corner is taken care of by Logan Finsick. He'll bat in the 9th spot today for Griggsville Perry. You know, I was thinking about the shortest road trip you could have. Brown County's got it. Coming to Perry today, they're almost as close as the Griggsville kids are. And, and it's a visiting game today, right?
Well, and that's a good thing. I tell you what, Jack, they play a ton of baseball games anymore. I mean, I remember when, you didn't play as many baseball games.
35 is, I think, what the IHSA will let you get in, and that's why they start in December, I think, to play baseball.
Yeah.
I wish they started the 15th of April and played like Iowa does into the month of June or something.
Well,
I heard the thing.
I think the IESA had a good deal a couple of years ago during COVID that they would only allow you to play 3 games in a week's time. And I don't think that's a bad idea, because if you look at the high school schedule, it's become just like the junior high schedule. The junior high schedule, it's like those kids are playing every day during the season.
Yeah, pitching's going to determine a lot of it as the defense for Griggsville Perry comes out on the field. And we see the battery mates of Lane Lipkeman and Flint Kirk. First baseman, once again, is Colby Tate. The second baseman, Garrett Woodward. The shortstop, Wyatt Lipkeman. And at the hot corner at third is Logan Finsick. Around the outfield from left to right, Michael Myers in left field, Logan Evans in center. And the right fielder is Braden Lister. The first 3 batters for Brown County, Colby Wart, Maverick Henry, and Tice Fullerton. If anybody gets on, Sam Carr waits in the hole with the opportunity to bat here in the first inning. Yeah. The umpires are here, and, those 2 guys could be twins. They're built almost identical to each other.
Almost.
Couple of handsome young men.
That top 3 is brought to you by Yingling Innocent Agency, 111 West Washington and Mount Sterling. Call them at 773-3397 or on the web at ynagency.com. And, they could be. And we have Sean Volk behind the plate, and Jack or I have seen the other gentleman quite a bit, but don't know his name.
Well, the left-hander and Lane Lipkeman on the mound, and I don't know how many left-handers that Brown County's got, but you don't get to see a lot of left-handers in high school baseball, so sometimes the left-hander has a little bit of an advantage. Flint Kirk behind the plate, and one thing I look at Flint now, and he's grown. He is a good, solid-sized young man back there behind the plate, and he'll do a nice job doing the catching today for Griggsville Perry and Dusky Camp squad.
What is he, about 6'1", 6'2"?
I tell you what, he looks like he's a solid 6'1", looks like a fullback back there. We don't co-op football anymore down the road, but maybe Brown County ought to get him to do that.
I mean, it's a close drive.
Yeah. I've always kind of wondered why they didn't.
Well, hey, it's one of those things. I mean, the only school we co-op is down on the junior high level, St. Mary's, although I will say we are co-oping with Central for wrestling. Wrestling has come back to Brown County.
Yep. I just did the funeral for Denny McCartney. Mike McCartney started the wrestling program at Brown County many years ago, back in about 1970 or so. And for Brown County not to have wrestling for a while is a darn shame. Well, there goes Hootie down to the third base coaching box, and Jared Hoot's doing a nice job. He's been the baseball coach at Brown County for a long time. And here comes Colby Wart to the plate. He'll bat from the right side, and Colby's one of those guys you better make a play on the ball right off the bat, because he is going to put pressure on you.
He will set the tone for Brown County in this ball game in a lot of different ways. Pitched yesterday, got the victory yesterday in an 8-3 win over Triopia.
Nice win. Well, Lipkeman toes the rubber, gets the sign. The umpire says we're ready to go, and let's play baseball on BC Hornet Sports. First pitch up high for a ball, and a 1-ball, no-strike count. Pittsfield's at Augusta Southeastern today after getting a big 5-2 win over the Blue Devils of Quincy yesterday. Brown County's been busy this week, too, playing baseball, you tell me.
They've got a game every day. The boys have a game every day this week.
Lipkeman delivers the second pitch, a little breaking pitch, but it stays outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Thanks to Steve for letting me join him on the beautiful day today. Third one down in the dirt and a 3-0 count, and Lipkeman threatening to walk the leadoff man in Wharton. That could spell Trouble real quickly.
That's absolutely true, Jack, as he gets quality at bats there in that leadoff spot.
The next from the lefty is right down central for strike one. Center fielder is very deep out there, and that boarded fence, and the left fielder playing straight away, as is the right fielder here. Pretty good size outfield. The next from Lipkeman is down low for a ball and a base on balls to Wharton. He's going to be down at first base as we start this lineup, and there we go. I got a pin that decided to work. Here comes Maverick Henry to the plate. He's the center fielder. Maverick, another one of those young men in that youth movement when Brown County decided to go to the state in baseball. And, were you surprised by that, Steve?
Happy about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was surprised because we had great pitching and great fielding last year.
Lipkeman throws one over to first base, and no rule here like they've got in the major leagues where you can only throw twice. After you've thrown the second time, the runner's going to take off for second in the major leagues. All those new rules. I'm not sure they're playing baseball or hockey now.
8 to 10 feet lead.
Square to bunt, and it's down low for a ball. So a 1 ball, no strikeout with a runner at first base and nobody out. And Lipkeman needs to punch those strikes in there right off the bat. Get things moving, let his fielders help him a little bit. The left-hander brings the next. It's up high for a ball.
I'm surprised that Colby stayed at first this long, Jack. Usually Hoots has got him moving.
With the left-hander, it'll kind of throw you a little bit till you kind of learn his move from the stretch. And the pitch. It's up high for a ball and a 3-0 count for the second man in a row in the ball game.
This is starting to look like our girls team on softball yesterday.
Yeah, you want to throw strikes. Nice job getting the field ready today. It looks very nice here at Perry. Next pitch right in there for a strike, and you're going to have to tell me, how come you can throw a strike at 3-0 with no problem whatsoever after you struggle a little bit? Or maybe overthinking the pitches. Just throw the old fastball and sees what happened. Wart with a big lead at first. He's off to the races. Takes another one. The throw down to second's a good one, but Wart with the speed steals second, and he's down there in scoring position with a 3-2 count on Maverick Henry. Nobody out. Man at second, reached via the walk, and we're back to action here with Lipkeman towing the rubber, getting the sign from Kirk, and delivers the payoff pitch up high for a ball. And the second man in a row reaches on a base on balls. And here comes Tice Fullerton, the second baseman. This kid's been playing varsity sports since he was, in about third grade, it seems like?
It seems like he started as a freshman on several levels and just doing a really good job this year as a sophomore. And quality ball player. His batting average, I was going to look that up here in a second. He's about second or third on the team in batting average.
Breaking ball goes down in the dirt. Nice job by Kirk to block that one. Then a 1-0 count with runners at first and second and nobody out on a beautiful sunshiny day here at the Perry Ball Field. I saw a lot of good baseball players, a lot of Quincy College players that came from here. Next pitch outside and high for a ball and a 2-0 count. And the pitch count will go off very quickly for Lane Lipkeman. Here, I saw Lane play all the way through early Little League, and he's a good player. Just having a little trouble with control right off the bat here today. See if he can find the strike zone on this one. That one in there for a strike at the knees and a 2-1 count. Got the infield fly rule into effect here, first and second, or first, second, and third with less than 2 outs. So if you hit one on the infield, it's an automatic out. The next from Lipkeman, it's a foul ball as the man in Fullerton checked his swing, and I don't know if he fouled it with his forearm or the bat, but it was a foul ball. And with the headsets on, you can't hear the lumber that they use today.
Yeah, and I don't use that open mic thing.
I don't blame you.
I want to say I want to make sure that everything that goes over the air is quality
good
quality stuff.
2-2 pitch coming in there, and it's a line drive back up the middle. Second baseman's got it, steps on the bag over to first, and he is called out on the double play on a close play, and the play goes 4-3 for the double play, the twin killing, with Colby Wart going to third base. So with 2 outs, here comes the cleanup man and Sam Carr. He's on the hill for Brown County today. Nice job by the second baseman there in Garrett Woodward making the double play, and that was big, very big.
Next pitch, popped up foul out of play. And Brown County's been hitting the ball like that, Jack, but it's right at people. Maverick Henry had a double play the other day. Why was it a double play? It was a double play because it was hit so hard to the second baseman.
I thought Lane Lipkeman might have reached out and grabbed that ball. If he would have been a right-hander, he might have had the glove on that hand and got her. Here comes the next on an 0-1. Breaking pitch, ground ball, Evans, good to his word, stays down, play goes in the dirt, and the air is going to allow a run to score, and Ward, as the first baseman, not able to dig that one out in Colby Tate. I think it's one of those where, you know, if you've got Paul Goldsmith, you're going to get that play, but Paul Goldsmith doesn't play at Griggsville Perry, and so high school kids are going to make some mistakes.
The catcher's going to go out, talk to his pitcher, try to get him going. Okay. Courtesy runner?
The old courtesy runner. Let's see. 25 is the Eli Blakely, I do believe. Is that right? That's what I've got.
That's correct.
You know, he's a junior outfielder and running for the pitcher. The tough thing about that courtesy runner, a guy like Sam Carr, who you want to get him off the bases, but he's probably one of your best base runners too and a good athlete, but you give him a chance to take the break here. Here comes Gavin Montgomery batting from the left side. So Lipkeman getting to face a left-hander here, see if he can gain an advantage. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Nice job on getting ahead by this batter. He did the same thing with Carr after walking the first 2 and falling behind 2-0. We got the double play, and then the second baseman had an error and allows the run to score. Next one in the dirt. Kirk does a nice job blocking it and keeps the man in Blakely at first base. 1 ball, 1 strike the count, 2 outs on the twin killing. Evans is, Woodward's been busy at second base already, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's made every play so far.
Yeah. Here comes the next from Lipkeman. Breaking pitch behind him and hits him in the derriere, and so he's going to be hit by a pitch, and we'll have runners at first and second with 2 outs now. So we've had some traffic on the bases for the Hornets in the early going.
That's going to bring up Hayden Weesey, and he's had an early season slump and has been coming out of that.
Hayden Weesey, I'll bet you that he's had his name mispronounced a couple thousand times.
Yeah, I would venture to guess that.
A lot of people would say
Jack.
Weiss, but the Weesey family, a good, strong agricultural family. First pitch is at the letters for strike 1 on Weesey, and I like that big strike zone. I tell you, high school baseball, you don't have a pitching staff that's that deep, so you got to get a lot of strikes called. Next from Lipkeman. Challenges the man. The ball goes out of play. Not a lot of territory in foul territory here. And the neighbors get a lot of chances for baseballs. I know on the third base side, they used to have some mean dogs over there. And I think they had about 2,000 baseballs from over the junior high and high school season. Here comes the next. Patter calls timeout, and he's granted that by the home plate umpire. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. 1 run plated already. Do they have red numbers on the scoreboard out there, Steve? I couldn't see them.
No numbers right now.
No, I was going to say, if they're red, I couldn't see them. So
it's a 1-0 score.
Yeah. Next pitch, up high for a ball.
Got my game changer up now, so we can give you a few more stats.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt a thing. Lipkeman pitching with 2 outs. He's given up a run, an unearned run on the air. The double play helped him out, and here comes the next. Breaking pitch. In there, strike 3 looking, and that's going to complete the inning. There was an error in the inning, and no hits. A run scored, and we played a half inning. Brown County leads it 1-0 with Griggsville Perry coming to bat in the bottom of the first after these.
When it comes to handling your taxes, ever feel a bit taxed? If so, why not give yourself some well-deserved tax relief and visit Larry Dunn Accounting. Larry and his staff have been helping clients with tax return preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, sales tax, and business consultation since 1980. Put their experience to work for you today. After almost 5 decades in business, their number one priority remains building long-term relationships. Larry Dunn Accounting, 443 East Main Street in Mount Sterling, or call 217-773-3400.
Hey, Hornet fans, this is Lance Grady with L. Grady Realty. Sometimes people ask me what the value of using a realtor really is. Listen, there's tons, from marketing to the paperwork to the legal documents that have to be filled out when you're selling a home. I would love to talk to you more about what it looks like to use your local realtor. We've been in the business 12 years and serving Brown County since day one. We'd love the opportunity to work with you, so if you're in the market to buy or sell, give me a call or text at 217-491-0812.
Main Street Repair and Terry Ham have the reputation of being the best at front-end alignments in the area. With 20 years of experience, Terry is the person that customers and auto repair professionals refer their friends and customers to. But alignments are not the only thing that they do at the Main Street Repair. They repair steering and suspension issues, install leveling and lift kits, repair and replace brakes and tires, do oil changes, as well as minor engine and miscellaneous repairs. Main Street Repair at 216 West Main Street in Mount Sterling. Call for your appointment today at 217-773-3848. Once again, that's 217-773-3848.
I needed to do something different.
I went to DOT Transportation School.
And I learned how to drive. They taught me everything I needed to know. They give you the tools to succeed.
I really couldn't ask for any better support.
With DOT, it just seems like a good deal.
My weeks absolutely fly by, and the money is awesome.
If you were thinking about driving a truck, do it.
I'm actually living the dream.
When my life needed freedom,
Stability, opportunity,
to change,
adventure, growth, I took the wheel.
Lane Lipkeman will lead things off, followed by Wyatt Lipkeman and Colby Tate. Sam Carr on the mound, and he throws the first one down low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. And his battery mate today is Jack Buss. We'll set the lineup on the defensive side in just a minute. The next from the big right-hander, fouled off, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Lane Lipkeman, the pitcher from the other team. First baseman today is Gavin Montgomery. At second is Tice Fullerton, shortstop Colby Wart, and at the hot corner is Hayden Weesey. Left fielder Cole Beheimer, and center is Maverick Henry. Swing and a miss, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the right fielder is Thomas Boylan, who's being DH'd for today. The left-hander and Lane Lipkeman at the plate with twin brother Wyatt waiting on deck. The next, fly ball left field. It'll go into foul territory, and the left fielder is going to go over and make the play in Beheimer, and so a fly out is the first out of the inning. And nice job by Beheimer to go over there and get that first out for his teammate and Carr.
Carr, just to let you know, pitched 4 innings so far this year, and he's no 1-loss record based on those 4 innings. And that's some of the information on him.
High strike, swing and a miss by Wyatt Lipkeman. Colby Tate on deck with Michael Myers in the hole. Nobody on with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Brown County, we should tell you. Now a ground ball, third base side's going to be foul. Nice job by the third baseman and Weesey, and getting a little extra play in and a little practice time there, making that play if he needed to.
Good glove at third base. He's been a catcher a lot of his career till he got up into high school.
No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch by Carr, breaking pitch, stays down low, and the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carr's a young man, stretched out about 6'2", 6'3", and I think if the right person works with him, he could probably get some more velocity on his pitches. He wheels and deals the next one, and it's a ground ball to the shortstop. Wart stays down on it, throws the ball over to first, and the play goes 6-3. For the second out of the inning. With nobody on and 2 outs, here comes first baseman Colby Tate. Tate will step in from the right side with Michael Myers on deck. Tate's grown over time, too. He was on the basketball team for a while, just chose not to go out this year, but he's got some good height. Takes the first one in there for strike 1. He's the first baseman for the squad from the Tornadoes. With 2 outs now, Carr delivers the next. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Nice job, Carr from his seat. Throws the ball to first base. Play goes 1-3 for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1-2-3. Go the Tornadoes in the bottom of the first. Brown County with a 1-0 lead. We go to the second after these.
The Brown County State Bank is proud to support all the Brown County Hornets athletic programs. In fact, we're the only bank offering the Hornet debit card. Every time the card is used at a point of sale, a portion of the proceeds are contributed to the Brown County School. It's our part of our commitment to making them the best they can be. Contact the Brown County State Bank today to get your Hornet debit card at 773-3327. Brown County State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Once or twice a year, I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So you know what that is.
Yeah.
What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand. That's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.
Rough day at work? We all have them from time to time. But the last thing you want to worry about is coming home to your internet being out. Or even worse, waiting all day to watch the big game, only to find out it's blacked out. With Cascom, those worries are a thing of the past. Our local technicians are here to service any issues and ensure you have a worry-free experience, whether it be internet, TV, or even home phone. Call Cascom today at 1-800-252-1799 to schedule or upgrade your internet and TV service.
Beheimer steps in from the left-hand side to start the top of the second. His team leads 1-0 here at Perry, at Griggsville Perry High School's baseball field. Lipkeman delivers the first, and it's a little outside on the breaking pitch, apparently, for ball one. Beheimer's one of those guys, I think if he bunted to the third baseman every time, how many times would you really ever throw him out?
You can't.
There's
there
a little
he goes.
slap. It's kind of like
You're
a
not
softball.
gonna get him.
You're not going to get him there, I don't believe, because Beheimer can flat fly in an infield single. And just hardly ever are you going to get Cole Beheimer on a play like that. Softball does that a lot on that little slap hit, and he got it down to perfection that time, Steve.
Well, and I was going to tell Hoots up until the last couple of games, he's put the ball in the air. It kind of like Major League with the guy on there. If you hit the ball in the air, you got to do push-ups for me.
First pitch from Lipkeman is a foul ball off the batter, and that's a dead ball as Jack Buss, the catcher, steps to the plate. Doesn't seem worse for wear there. You know, Whitey Herzog and Ozzie Smith had a little deal. They had a jar, and for every time he hit it on the ground, Whitey put $1 in, and Ozzie put $1 in if he hit it in the air. And, those dollars really made a difference for those two guys, don't you think?
Yeah.
The left-hander in Lipkeman delivers the next on the 0-1, squares to bunt, and takes it for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Buss. Runner at first, and the infield single by Cole Beheimer. And I'm surprised Beheimer's still at first. He can flat fly, too.
He doesn't get a very big lead. If you look at his lead and Colby's lead, they're quite a bit different. And can't imagine if he got the same kind of lead that Colby got down to first base.
I don't know if he needs a lead. I think he could start from first like a softball player. An attempt at a bunt wasn't successful by Buss, and he's behind 1-2 with nobody out and the runner at first. The pitch, breaking pitch on the outside, there goes Beheimer, and he slid kind of as a courtesy on the stolen base, the second stolen base for Brown County on the day. Runner at second and a 2-2 count on Buss. And now, can he get him to third with nobody out to allow that sack to get into play? The pitch from Lipkeman stays high, and the count goes to 3-2. Already a couple of bases on balls in the first two batters of the day in Wharton Henry. And Lipkeman now in a full count after being ahead in the count, 1-2. The next, down in the dirt, and that'll be a ball, and Buss will reach on a base on balls, the third walk of the game. He'll be at first, runners at first and second. Here comes the DH and Trey Fullerton. He bats for Thomas Boylan in the 9 spot. Okay, Curtis
Miller. Joe Miller will be running at first base for Jack Buss, the catcher.
Yep, the catcher gets a break, gets his equipment back on, speeds the game up a little bit, and Fullerton's a well-built young man. My goodness, he's got some height and some shoulders on him. I know Brian Bettis used to hide a really good hitter in the 9-hole when he was at Bluffs, and now a fly ball, right field. If it's fair, it's going to cause trouble, and it falls in at the line, goes to the wall. Fullerton's going to have a stand-up double, and he's going to get an RBI on the play, as the double will bring in Beheimer from second base and makes the score 2-0 on a nice hit by the DH. Hey, I'll tell you what, when you can come in there and hit that ball down that right field line, I was coaching a Legion game here one time and had a guy miss the bunt sign twice, and I put another guy in for him, a guy named Dane Spellers. Hadn't had a hit in his life, and he hit one right down there, and I could have kissed him because the other guy was sitting on the bench because he missed the bunt sign. Here comes Colby Wart back to the plate. He walked his first time. Takes that first one right down central for strike one.
2-0 on that Cass Communications scoreboard.
So you've got runners at second and third, too, with nobody out in the top of the lineup again. The pitch, it's a little bit low for a ball, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike, correct?
Yes.
Lane Lipkeman trying to pitch out of trouble here. The pitch down low for a ball. And a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Probably not the worst thing in the world would be having a runner at first base here also, setting up that chance for a double play, because no double plays with runners at second and third unless somebody makes a base running mistake. Now a fly ball goes out to right field. It's hit deep. Right fielder goes out and makes a great catch on the play. Nice play, but it'll be a sacrifice fly for Wart, bringing in the 3rd run of the ball game as he'll chase the courtesy runner all the way around. You say that's Miller, correct?
Yep, Joe Miller.
So that'll make it a 3-0 lead, and Fullerton is able to go down to third base. 1 out now, and here comes Maverick Henry, who walked his first time, was stranded at first. First pitch up high for a ball. In fact, he was erased on a double play, I should say.
Yep, a hard hit ball by Fullerton, but right at the second baseman. Let's see, I'm trying to...
Maverick Henry, that's Woodward who made that play. I'll tell you what could you have a better baseball name than Maverick Henry? I mean, he ought to be able to make it to the majors just by his name alone.
If that would get at you there.
Well, depends on who you know sometimes, you know. Next from Lipkeman, the lefty. Contact, ball goes down the right field line. Looks like it's going to get out of play for a foul ball.
For those of us that have been broadcasting Mason's name for quite a while, sometimes Maverick and Mason get interswapped. But,
well, I've changed towns, names, and relatives lots of times. You asked Aaron and Adam Rush. Adam Rush said he never got credit for anything over the years. Lipkeman trying to pitch out of trouble here. The next. That's a strike called. He could use a strikeout here, and Maverick Henry wants to put the ball in play and see if he can drive Trey Fullerton in with the 4th run of the game. 3-0 Brown County here in the top of the second. The next from Lipkeman. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. He knocks it down, but's got to go chase it. Throws it over to first, and the play goes 1-3 for the out. And that is the first out of the inning, I do believe. Oh, no, second because of the fly ball. My mistake.
So you're going to give a RBI and a sacrifice on that, Jack?
Yeah, you got to give him a sacrifice. Well, not really a sacrifice, but you give him an RBI as he grounded out. Because sacrifice, you'd had to bunt it or hit a fly ball to get truly a credited sacrifice. And here comes Tice Fullerton to the plate, and that run did score, so it's 4-0. Cass Communications, your scoreboard sponsor?
Absolutely, yes, and it's got 4-0. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, 4-0 there, and if you want to have a lead, get some of that fiber internet because it'll take great care of you like it does us in Pittsfield.
Have it at the house. We've got it at the football field in Brown County. Baseball field we haven't, and they're coming tomorrow to make it even better. So
tell you
talk
what,
to those guys.
Guys like Casey French and others there at Cascom doing a great job, but the guys doing the work are in the work trucks, no doubt about it. Pitch there is in there for a strike on Tice Fullerton, who plays second base. Where's the number 13?
Yeah.
That's a good lucky number. I was born on the 13th, so I think a lot of that. Pitch up high for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike is the count on Fullerton, and Lipkeman does not want to walk this guy. The next by the lefty with 2 outs. It's up high for a base on balls, and Tice Fullerton will reach after hitting into a double play his first time. Here comes Sam Carr, who reached on an error by the second baseman.
And again, we talked about put the ball in play. Things happen when you put the ball in play.
Well,
could be an error. Could be that, it takes a wild bounce. Anything can happen at that point.
Beheimer didn't bunt, but you might as well call it like a bunt because he's going to get on base if he hits it to the left side of the infield. Carr, the pitcher, takes one right down the middle for strike 1. He reached on an error, was stranded at second base down in the first inning, and he bats here with a runner at first base and 2 outs. The next, it's on the outside corner for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes now. A couple of runs played in the inning, 4 in the ball game, 4-0 Brown County, top of the second here. The lefty Lane Lipkeman. The next, the runner goes, ball in the dirt, and he'll reach second base with no problem whatsoever. Fullerton with the 3rd stolen base of the day. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes, I do believe. I should have brought my counter today, you know? I used to.
I thought that thing was embedded in your hand.
Well,
you had it for so long.
Yeah. That one outside, and the count goes to 2 and 2. I always carried my counter in my right hand, and that drove all the other umpires crazy. But I always told them I'm right-handed. I had to have the feel for it there.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Lipkeman. Line drive, center field, going to get down for a base hit, and it's going to be an RBI base hit as here comes Fullerton in with the 5th run of the ball game. And Fullerton will score.
Courtesy runner for Carr. That's going to be Blakely again.
So 2 times on base today for Carr and an RBI that time. 5 runs plated in the ball game, 3 in the inning, and here comes the left-hander in Gavin Montgomery. Montgomery's last time was hit by a pitch. Remember, it went behind him. The pitch, down low for a ball. Sometimes the lefty pitcher has an advantage, and sometimes the lefty batter has an advantage. In Little League, I would say probably that's kind of how that would go for the batter. The next pitch, ground ball. First baseman takes it himself, steps on the bag for the 3rd out of the inning. But not before 3 runs score on a couple of hits, a couple of base on balls, and it is a 5-0 Brown County lead as we go to the bottom of the second on BC Hornet Sports.
Are you looking to start a career or just looking for a change? B&N Trucking offers many different driving options, ranging from home every night to home on the weekends. Apply online at bnntrucking.net or call us at 217-289-3555 to see what fits your needs. B&N Trucking, a family-owned local trucking company.
When it comes to becoming a better version of you, there's no place to start like the Y. The Mount Sterling Community Center YMCA offers activities for the whole family. From youth sports to summer day camp, we have something for all ages. Kickstart your new healthy routine with our group exercise classes or work out in our fitness center, complete with a full line of cardio and weight equipment. Our indoor rubberized track is perfect for both running and walking, while our full-size gymnasium offers space for pickup basketball games and volleyball leagues. On-site childcare is available while you work out for children as young as 6 weeks. We hope you'll join us at the Mount Sterling YMCA. Your future self and family will thank you.
Back with you on BC Hornet Sports. Want to thank all of our sponsors for helping us out here, and special thanks out there for Scranton Heating and Cooling for the pregame, Dot Transportation for the starting lineups, and also Blessing Health Systems for the keys to the game. Yingling and Nissen Agency does the top 3. Your top 3 this time is Michael Myers, Logan Evans, and Flint Kirk.
A ball to Michael Myers, who is playing left field today. He bats from the right side, one of the best 3-point shooters in downstate Illinois in basketball. Next one down low for a 2-ball, no strike count. I'm thinking there were 5 Myers boys, and they were all pretty darn talented in anything that they did. I had his brother Jonathan on a summer baseball team for a couple of years. That was a foul ball off on the right-hand side. Cody Freeman, the first base coach, makes a nice play, and he'll get it back to the pitcher and Sam Carr. Carr is behind or on the rubber today with Buss behind the plate. Montgomery at first base. Second baseman is Tice Fullerton. The shortstop, Colby Wart. And the third baseman today is Weesey, I do believe.
Yes.
The next from the right-hander, down in the dirt for a ball. And a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Carr threatening to walk the leadoff man. Logan Evans is in the on-deck circle, and he's anxious. He was going to help with that foul ball, but he looks like he's ready to come to the plate. He wants Myers on for it. 5-0, Brown County with the lead. They scored 4 in the second, by the way. I made a mistake, as usual. Swing and a miss by Myers, and the count's full at 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning, Steve Surratt, myself, Jack Hall. Glad you've joined us today on your sports source for Brown County. That one at the corner, strike 3 looking, and nice job by Carr getting that first out here in the second inning. Boy, that's what you want to do. He fell behind 2-0, and he pitched himself out of that. Here comes Logan Evans, the center fielder. He's been busy out there in center today. Where's the number 0 on his back? First pitch up high for a ball.
Wow.
He is the son of Todd Evans, who's one of the finest music teachers you'll ever find.
Oh, really?
And a genuinely nice guy, but he's not as nice as Logan, I can tell you that. The next from Carr. Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm looking around to see if there's Dr. Evans down there with his shades on, looking bright today. Got his baseball sleeves on. Next one from Carr, and a swing and a miss on a good-looking fastball by Carr that time. And you say Carr's only thrown 4 innings so far this season. My goodness, he looks like he's ready to throw. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The next.
That was close.
That was a close one, but a 2-ball, 2-strike count after striking out Myers looking on that hard one. He tried to kind of get one on the letters on the outside, and it was just a little outside.
Jack, I hear Coach Freeman is a Dodgers fan.
He has always been a Dodgers fan. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout is the second of the inning. The reason there's so many Dodger fans here is because Kenny Stouffer coached all these guys, and the only way they got playing time is if they became Dodger fans, is what I heard.
Okay.
Coach Stouffer's got that Dodger jacket, and he wears it everywhere. Here comes Flint Kirk, the catcher, wearing the number 5, bats from the right side with nobody on and 2 outs. First pitch up high for a ball. Coach Stouffer is a huge Dodger fan, and I remind him they spend more money than anybody and win only when the season's really short. The next pitch, a swing and a miss, and I'll tell you, Sam Carr's loosened up here in the warm weather, and he's throwing the BB today.
Well, the last time I watched him pitch, Jack, he was not coming as far forward. He's not had a good follow-through, but today he's getting a pretty decent follow-through, which is bringing the ball in at a better velocity, and he's had more control.
Kind of like he did with the 3-pointers. When he let them fly, they were good a lot of the time. 2 balls, 1 strike on Kirk, trying to get on for Garrett Woodward, who waits on deck. Next pitch up high for a ball and a 3-1 count. Second man he's went 3-1 on, but he was able to come back on Michael Myers. Let's see if Carr can do the same here. Center fielder out there casually waiting for something to happen. Swing and a miss, and the count's full at 3-2. Carr knows what he needs to do in that situation, and he's been able to come back.
And you saw that time he was fully extended there.
Yeah, Beheimer's playing a little deep out there, but with his wheels, he can do that. The next, right down the middle for a called third strike. He struck out the side. 3 up, 3 down, 6 up, 6 down for Carr. His team, Brown County, leads at 5-0 over the Tornadoes of Griggsville Perry. We head to the top of the third with Brown County coming to bat after these.
Cassing Lumber Company in Mount Sterling is celebrating 50 years in business. We are your one-stop shop for all the supplies you need for your next home improvement project. Top quality lumber, building materials, and paint will give your home the freshness it deserves. We also offer a unique gift shop with new items every season for your home decor. Come visit us in Mount Sterling and always think Cassing Lumber. We'll all be glad you did.
At All About Dance and More LLC, these are our core values. Perseverance by all studio members to put forth good effort to achieve goals. Innovative creation of original and unique learning environments. Fierce energy and community that builds student happiness, self-esteem, quick learning, and bold relationships. Integrity and investment in quality professional work where trust and high morals are practiced. Commitment to the studio family with loyalty, responsibility, and high expectations to create a lifelong appreciation for the AADM journey.
A Rustic Garden ships home and garden accents coast to coast, right from its location in Mount Sterling. The folks there customize each sail by painting unique and vintage colors to match the look of the home or flower garden. They also do wrought iron fencing. How long does that last? 100 years? 200 years? Who knows how long wrought iron fencing will last? Shop www.arusticgarden.com and get it shipped directly to your front door.
Back with you on BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports. Your Yingling and in top three for this inning will be Hayden Weesey, Cole Beheimer, and Jack Buss.
Weesey was called out on strikes his first time, so he wants to get on base here, playing third base today. Been quiet for him in the hot corner. This is one field you don't have the sun in your face the whole time. The field sits where it kind of from the outfield in points to the south a little bit different here. First pitch from Lipkeman is outside for a ball. Lipkeman back on the mound. Kirk behind the plate. First baseman for this squad is Colby Tate. Second is Woodward. Shortstop Wyatt Lipkeman. And the third baseman Fencing. Next pitch up high for a ball for Weesey, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. Hayden Weesey. Where's the number 3? Bats from the right side. Can do all that stuff that the radio broadcaster for the Cardinals does, where he tells you everything that the guy's got on, but I think I'll pass on that.
Okay.
2 balls and 1 strike. You know, he's got the gray pants and the gray jersey with the gold number. Where's that green on his his upper forearm today? And his spikes are gray. I go, okay. Pitch in there for a strike, and the count's even at 2-2. If I wanted to know all that, I'd have watched it on television, right? Or on BC Hornet Sports.
That's right. Weesey played a lot of right field last year, did a lot of DHing sometimes depending on the lineup, but a great base runner. They would put him in tight situations to run the bases for people. He's sneaky.
Baseball's a great broadcast, too, because a lot of people are still working, so it's really great you're able to give this service to them, Steve. And with you doing softball and baseball both, thank those sponsors and spend your money with them. That's what you need to do. Here comes the pitch. It's up high, and the umpire gets hit on that one, too. So, I mean, that ball hit almost everybody on the field. Weesey's going to reach on the hit by pitch. The umpire gets hit.
It's a 2-for-1.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I've been there a lot of times over the years, and that hurts. You don't want anybody to know it, but when you get home, you'll see the seams of the baseball in some of the darndest places. He looks to be okay. He's smiling. I thought it was nice. Coach Hoots came down and checked on him, but I think he's just trying to get some brownie points, actually. To the plate after Weesey's on first base. Here's Cole Beheimer. Remember him last time? He slapped the ball to the shortstop and beat it out. If he does that this time, unless Weesey steals second, he could probably get the out at second. So, you know, a bunt down the third baseline. Did I mention that?
Could be.
Where's the number 22? What a great baseball number. First one. Down low for a ball on Cole Beheimer, the senior 3-sport specialist. Football, basketball, baseball. They have track at Brown County?
Yes, they do.
He could do that in his off time, could he not?
He can.
There's a ground ball towards first, and the first baseman better
Oh!
watch out because he's liable to beat him to the bag.
Beat him out.
And guess what? Another base hit for Beheimer without hitting the ball out of the infield. He's 2 for 2 on the day, and runners at first and second, and nobody out. Speed kills in baseball. You got to use it.
He was in that no man's land where the pitcher couldn't get to the ball, and the first baseman had to come and get the ball.
If he hits the ball that's just a swinging bunt. He could be on it. He could bat 1,000 on the season if he just. His grandpa will probably tell him that. The next batter is Buss, the catcher. Takes one up high for a ball. Buss last time reached on a base on balls. If my stats are correct, is that right? I kind of messed up.
Yes, base on ball and scored, yes.
Scored one of the 5 runs on the day. Brown County with a 5-0 lead. Squares to bunt, takes ball 2 outside. Runners at first and second, nobody out.
Your partner didn't give you a scorebook, and so he needs to, keep you in
just
line
fine.
there.
Needs to keep me in line anyway, no doubt about it. Hello, Mr. Forchie. The next pitch down low gets by the catcher, and the runners are going to move up on the wild pitch. Put Beheimer at second, and Weesey down at third. And the count on Buss, what now, 2-0?
I think that's correct, Jack.
Buss wears the number 1. Number 1 on your scorecard, number 1 in your heart. That's what they used to say in the old broadcast days of Euchre and the gang. That one hits the man, and another hit by pitch, the third of the ball game, I do believe.
Correct.
So the bases are juiced, loaded, ducks on the pond. Here comes Trey Fullerton, the DH. He had a double his last time.
Double and an RBI and scored.
5-0 the score here as we play in the top of the third inning on a beautiful day for baseball at the Perry Ball Diamond. The right side box is really getting dug out over there. Looks like a slow pitch game. That one hit off of the pitch. Nope, they're going to say it didn't. So the play goes from the pitcher back to the catcher for the force out.
He's wanting an appeal of some kind.
Fielder's choice, but I thought it came off of the batter. Did you not?
I believe so. That's my.
No, they're going to say nope, it hit the ground, and that's an out. Fielder's choice, and so Weesey's going to be out trying to go to home. The play goes 1-2 for the first out of the inning, and here comes back to the top of the lineup in Colby Wart, who reached on a base on balls and had a sacrifice. He scored a run in the game, 1 of 5. Base is still loaded with 1 out now. Lipkeman trying to pitch out of this jam. First one in there for a strike, and that's what you got to do if you're the pitcher, and that is get ahead. Get ahead on the batter, because Wart's going to be a handful for you. You can bet on that. The next, down low for a ball. And the count's even at 1-1.
And if I was pitching to Ward, I'd pitch on the outside corner, Jack, because he doesn't really go the other way that much.
Big, strong young man. I don't know what his plans are for the future, but he's a find for somebody. Down low
he's
for a ball.
headed to UK and going to be in sports medicine.
Going to UK, huh?
Going to UK.
Boy, my old buddy Tom Hinkle would like that.
Kentucky, not Kansas.
Yeah, I know. Here's the next from Lipkeman. Down low for a ball, and you can ill afford to walk him here because the bases are juiced. I always used to tell my buddy Tom Hinkle, he'd say, yeah, from the south. I said, Cairo, Illinois is farther south than Lexington is, Hinkle. Lipkeman needs to find the strike zone on this one. The pitch up high for a ball, and that's going to be an RBI for Ward as he'll go down to first. That's going to bring Beheimer in for the 6th run of the ball game, first of the inning, and everybody moves up 1 with 1 out. Here comes Maverick Henry. Maverick reached on a base on balls, was erased on a double play, and then he grounded out to the pitcher, I do believe his last time, correct?
That is correct.
Maverick Henry. Is he just a sophomore?
He is.
My goodness. A lot of youngsters playing baseball in the spring, aren't there? First pitch right in there, and that's what Lipkeman's got to do is pour in the strikes. We talked about that on the keys to the game. When you throw strikes, you have a chance of winning the game. 6-0 Brown County. Top of the third inning. The next from Lipkeman. Down low for a ball. I tell you, I know you want to throw all the different pitches, but, you know, when my brother was teaching me how to throw fast pitch, he said, until you can throw strikes, I'm not going to teach you anything else, because that's the key to the game. The next one in there for a strike, and the count goes to 1-2.
Well, if you can picture Sherwood Surratt teaching somebody to pitch, he would sit on a 5-gallon bucket, and you had to throw it in the glove, or you had to go chase it across the truck lot.
Ooh, that was a good pitch and a breaking pitch, but Wart spoiled it, hit it up the middle. He's going to get a couple of RBIs here, and runners are going to be at the corners, and that's going to make it an 8-0 lead, I do believe.
All right.
And Wart, what a nice job with 2 RBIs on the single there. And the coach is going to come in and talk to his pitcher. We got time for a break, Steve. 8-0 Brown County, top of the third. More comes your way on BC Hornet Sports.
Hi, I'm Heather Henry, owner and instructor at Heather's Tumble and Tap in Mount Sterling, where we have been teaching dance to the children of Brown County and the surrounding areas since 1995. We offer classes in tap, jazz palm, tumbling, and offer an all-boys tumbling class for all those future Hornet athletes. At Heather's Tumble and Tap, we focus on fun, friends, and the fundamentals of dance in a non-competitive atmosphere. Follow us on Facebook to stay up to date on upcoming classes and events. Go Hornets!
KLC Inc. They are an apparel shop that specializes in screen printing, embroidery, custom and team apparel, promotional products, fundraising items, home decor, and personalization of almost anything. They strive to make the customer number one and get the customer the professional results that they are looking for. KLC Inc. at 509 Pittsfield Road, or call them at 217-773-9090. KLC Inc. You think it, we ink it.
The Mount Sterling Savings Center, a customer-owned savings bank offering online banking from your computer or mobile phone, allowing you access to your account on your schedule. The Mount Sterling Savings Center is a proud supporter of Brown County athletics. Mount Sterling Savings Center, conveniently located at 201 West Main, the intersections of routes 24 and 99, is a branch of the Beardstown Savings located at 301 South Main. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Napa know-how.
Hello, Earl Flack, your locally owned McCain Napa Auto Parts store in Mount Sterling, Illinois. Let's talk about cleaning up that car for a moment. Wash and wax, it's on sale. Save on select wires and turtle wax products. Save up to 45%. So get that car cleaned up. Also, oils on sale. Mobile One, $28.99, $35.95, $21.99 for Napa oil on sale. Get up and go. Get the good stuff with Napa Know-How, and thank you for your business in Mount Sterling, Illinois. Have a great day.
Garrett Woodward's going to go to the mound from second base. It looks like Lane Lipkeman's going to go to first, and we will see Finsick go to second base. And does that mean we have Tate at third now, I do believe? We'll take a look and see. Yep, Colby Tate's down at third now. So we have just lineup change of positions. And here comes the next batter in Fullerton.
He hit into a double play, Jack, and had a base on ball, scored, and stole a base on that base on ball.
First pitch on the outside. Now the man from third's going to score on the play, and that's Ward. The only thing that stopped him there was the fence, and luckily he got stopped before he ran into it and probably threw it knowing Colby, but he scores the 9th run of the ball game, 4th of the inning.
The one thing about Colby, he doesn't have anything less than about 125%,
no,
Jack.
He wakes up in the morning brushing his teeth at 100%, doesn't he?
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Woodward, the pitcher now, throwing to Kirk. Next one. In there at the letters for a strike. It evens the count at 1-1 on Fullerton. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got any outs yet, Steve?
We got one.
Okay.
That fielder's choice
that's right.
by Weesey.
That ball's
or
over.
Not by Weesey, by Trey Fullerton.
That ball went over our heads, and I was glad it wasn't hit short because I wasn't going to look up and let it hit me in the nose.
Well, see, Jackie, the other thing with this wooden thing on top here is I put my head under it.
Oh, I see. Well, if it hits us in the head, Steve, we should be okay.
I don't know. It depends on if the knot comes in or out, Jack.
Pitch down low for a ball. So we have a runner at second base, 1 out. Fullerton wearing the number 13, bats from the right side, trying to add to that 9-0 lead, and the ball's in the dirt. Kirk did a nice job blocking it, but there wasn't anything he could do on that one. It bounces off to the first base side, and the runner moves down to third on the wild pitch.
You know what we miss here, Jack? There's one component that is no longer with us that is not on the sidelines.
What's that?
Mr. Bradbury.
Well,
coming out his back door, Elmer coming out watching ball from his backyard.
The next, down low for a ball. Well, Elmer had a good 102-year life, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
Base on balls for Fullerton, so he'll go down to first. Runners at the corners with 1 out, and here comes the cleanup man, and Sam Carr reached on an air and then had a base hit and an RBIs last time. The only thing Carr hasn't done today is scored a run. 9-0. Brown County with the lead, top of the third. The pitch from Woodward, fouled straight back. And you know what they say when you foul one straight back? You're right on it. I don't know why they think you're right on it, but they used to always say that with Big Mac when he was playing for the Cardinals. If he fouled it straight back,
straight back, just under it.
Yeah, well,
would be the case there.
If I fouled it straight back, they'd call it luck. I had 5 hits my senior year, 3 of them bunts. Kind of bragging. Next one down low. Nice job by Kirk to stop that one and keep the runner at first base.
I had Kathy Rohr, the golf coach of Brown County, tell me when she was helping with my golf swing, she said, you were a pretty good baseball hitter, weren't you? Because it showed up in my golf swing.
Next pitch.
Sometimes those two things don't go together.
And the runner went down to second on the stolen base, and they give you a stolen base in high school ball. They don't call that indifference like they do in the pros. Lou Brock would call that a stolen base. Don't tell me about indifference. The pitch from Woodward. Outside, and the runner at third makes a wise decision and stays where he's at. 2-1, I do believe the count. But I sometimes miss them. Well, Kitty
Don't have a scoreboard to back you up here.
Kitty Stouffer's dad used to sit over on this side and watch a lot of baseball over the years, too. The next. Nice pitch, just fouled off. That's a foul ball. I always like it when the major league broadcasters say a foul tip. Well, it's only a foul tip if the catcher catches it. That's a foul ball. Whether he just tipped it or he fouled it all the way back, it's a foul ball. The terminology and, you know, God rest his soul, Tim McCarver, we used to say things like that. Ball down low for a base on balls and another one in the inning, and they're starting to mount, and it's going to
that loads the bases up, Jack.
Juice them up.
And timeout, the catcher's going to go to the mound.
Kirk will go out and talk to his pitcher in Woodward. A couple of sophomores there, I do believe. And to the plate, here comes Gavin Montgomery, the lefty.
Blakely coming in to run for Sam Carr. Be his third time getting to do that.
You know,
Sam can't score a run, Jack.
I was thinking about this, too. When you go in and you run for somebody and, like, on the first pitch they ground out or something and then you're out of the game when you're a substitute, not a courtesy runner, I think they ought to put re-entry in like we have in Little League so that kid could play again in the game. Because that's a shame to ride on the bus and get one pitch. To the plate, Montgomery, the batter. Lefty takes one up high for a ball. What's Montgomery done on the day, Steve?
Montgomery is, let's see, you got to look at this. He hit by pitch and first baseman unassisted the second time up.
That's a fly ball.
Base
hit. Falls in front of the right fielder, and a couple of runs are going to score on the play as they're right behind each other there, and that makes it, 11-0?
That is correct.
So Fullerton comes in. Maverick Henry comes in on the 2 RBIs by Montgomery.
Blakely goes down to second base.
He's having a day, is Montgomery. Hit by a pitch.
Makes it an 11-0 ball game.
Here comes Hayden Weesey into the game to bat. How's Weesey done on the day?
So far today, Hayden struck out looking and got hit by a pitch. So he's 0 for 1.
Yeah. First pitch outside for a ball for Weesey.
He started nope. This is the 9th batter of this.
You know, here's the thing. It's 11-0, and in high school baseball, am I not correct? A 15-0 lead ends the game even quicker, does it not?
I know it does in softball.
Yeah.
I've never been around for a baseball game that's been a 15-run game.
Ball 2 for Weesey.
Actually, Weesey started this thing off, Jack. He is the 10th batter in this inning.
Well,
score sheet's messed up now.
How did he do the first time?
First time he got hit by pitch.
Yep. So he's not got a chance to make 2 outs in an inning because that's like the thing you don't want to have happen to you.
Well, you don't want to make the first out and the last out.
That's right. Or all 3 outs in the inning. Your team would have a good inning, but you would not. That's a strike called. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Hayden Weesey. Weesey is the third baseman today. His team leading 11-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. This Griggsville squad just needs a little confidence. Because quite honestly, I look around and there's a lot of good athletes out here on this ball team. And, you know, they lost baseball for a little while, and then they co-opted with Western. And, you know, you lose those numbers. And when you got a school of about 85, 90 kids, it's hard to build those numbers back up.
Well, and we've seen that.
Swing and a miss here.
Seen that at Triopia because they've had to go together with Meridosha and Virginia to get some, enough people.
Here's the thing, though, Steve. Back when it was just Perry High School and they played here, they'd have 15, 18, 20 kids out. Rick Kirkman, the best high school baseball hitter I've ever seen, played here. They won the 8th grade state championship when I was an 8th grader.
Wow.
Perry was the baseball school. Up high.
Beheimer's 2 for 2 on the day on 2 infield hits, scored twice, stole a base.
His number's 22, and his name on the back ought to be Lightning because he's flat fast. Another little
blooper
going down to the second base.
That's going to be tough. He's going to get 3 infield hits.
He's going to have 3 infield hits on the day is Beheimer. Another base hit.
And I just have a feeling that Coach Hoots and him had a conversation because he was just trying to put that ball into play.
Yeah, all he's doing is taking a little half swing and using these wheels. And what else do you need to do there? His grandpa's going to tell us that he told him to do that.
Okay.
Do you think he will?
Well, I knowing Steve, yes.
Well, you think Steve's here?
Well, I don't know that he's here, but he's probably watching someplace.
Well, that means Bus is back to the plate. Did he get hit his last time too?
Got one a message. I don't know if it went to you or not, but from that person talking about having the A team working today. He sent it to both of us.
You know what that means, don't you? He thinks one of us is Mr. T, the A team. That's a ball on Mr. Jack Buss. Next pitch up high.
So far today, he's got
no
2 base on balls scored, and he had a base on balls and was hit by a pitch.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have an official at bat today.
A base on balls is much easier on the body than a hit by a pitch. That one was a strike, the old automatic, and a 3-ball, 1-strike count. I'll tell you what, Mr. Fortune, I know 3-0 count. The next one's a strike unless it's a bad one. Here comes the next. And a base on balls and one that was outside. And Mr. Jack Buss hasn't got an official at bat, but he's been on 3 times. And a run's going to score on the base on balls.
And Joe Miller is going to come in and run for him. So we got Mr. Blakely came in.
So Blakely scores another run there, right?
Yep.
What do we got for a score now, Steve?
I think we have a 12-0 contest here.
On the Cass Communications scoreboard. First pitch to Trey Fullerton, batting for the 2nd time in the inning.
He had a double and an RBI in the first and scored, and then had a fielder's choice and scored in the 3rd.
Number 9 hitter getting across the plate twice today. That's why it's 12-0. When you can get your number 9 hitter to score a couple of times for you, that is a big deal. Here comes the next from Woodward. Foul back right towards us. Thank you for the fence. Whoever invented the cyclone fence, I want to thank him for protecting us on that one.
Note from Grandpa there, he's at a track meet in Beardstown. So he's probably listening and watching.
Mr. Beheimer?
Yes.
I think Cole ought to be at the track meet and the baseball game, quite honestly.
Well, I think he
get
can
a
make it back and forth.
scholarship.
Yeah.
The next from Garrett Woodward. Little breaking pitch and a nice pitch by Woodward to get the out.
Well, we'll take a break and get back and tell you how many runs and how many hits and all that after these messages.
Seeing a medical specialist doesn't require driving a long distance. The Culbertson Memorial Hospital Specialty Clinics have providers who are ready to diagnose and treat your chronic conditions and injuries. And now we've expanded the number of specialties in a newly renovated space, including gynecology, infectious disease, and coming soon, ear, nose, and throat. Get the high-quality healthcare from the team who knows you best. Culbertson Memorial Hospital, your choice hospital. Find all the available specialties at cmhospital.com.
At Henry Automotive, they believe in honest, hometown service. They have the latest in technology and tools and are equipped for any job. So, whether it's an oil change, scheduled maintenance, a check engine light, or a major repair, Doug and Darren Henry, your ASE certified mechanics, are standing by to get you back on the road. Henry Automotive, located at 1157 690 East Street, Mount Sterling. Just turn north at the KC Hall onto Damon Road. Drive 1.8 miles and look for the big blue and yellow sign. Call Henry Automotive at 773-9066. Once again, that's Henry Automotive at 773-9066.
Garrett Woodward will step to the plate.
For those online, 7 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base for Brown County in that long 3rd inning.
Well, who's our first 3 batters and our sponsor?
Garrett Woodward, Braden Lister and Logan Finsick, brought to you by Yingling Innocent Agency, 111 West Washington in Mount Sterling. Give them a call, 217-773-3397, or on the web at ynagency.com.
Fouled straight back, and the count's even at 1-1. 6 up, 6 down for Griggsville Perry. Their line score today. So Garrett Woodward looking for the first base runner of the day. Sam Carr's been out there wheeling and dealing today. You know, with the pitch count that you use in high school ball, you really got to be able to manipulate your pitchers.
Well, that, and you're counting on getting to a big lead, getting short games so that those pitches, don't total up.
Yep. But, if you could save him for another day, if you could take him out, people say, well, you'd take him out when he's got a no-hitter going? You bet I would. Every single time. 3 balls, no strike, or 1 strike on Garrett Woodward, looking to be the first base runner. Garrett's a good athlete. That little sophomore, I've seen him play ball for a long time. Takes a strike down the middle, and Carr's been able to come back on those 3-1 counts. So now he wants to bring one in and make Garrett Woodward make the decision with the medal today. Swing and a miss on one and a high hard one, and gets the strikeout for the first out of the inning.
That's 4 strikeouts in a row, Jack.
That's going to bring up Braden Lister. Braden's playing right field today. He'll bat from the right side. I'm going to guarantee you this. He's had a lot of pitches thrown to him by the guy sitting over to our left here, because I bet he's had a lot of warm-up, and his mom and aunts could throw the ball to him too. Swing and a miss, strike 1 for Braden Lister, looking for that base hit. Right side, double batting gloves. Looking athlete there. Waits for the next from Sam Carr. Check swing. He didn't go on that one. They're going to check, and they're going to say, no, he didn't. I didn't think he did either. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Nobody on, 1 out. Here on BC Hornet Sports. Steve let me be the guest announcer today. That's really nice of him. I needed some work. Next one, swing and a miss, and Lister's giving it a good cut.
Actually, Kathy called me and wanted to get out of the house for the day.
Actually, she's got an elders meeting tonight, and she's got to pick up the granddaughter at 4 o'clock for dance, so she was busy. Grandson playing ball over at Southeastern today. The next, swing and a miss, and I'll tell you what, Sam Carr is dealing 5 strikeouts in a row, and here comes the number 9 hitter, and Logan Finsick. Tell you what, this guy's only thrown 4 innings. I'm going to have to ask Coach Hoots what's he been hiding him for. He looks pretty good out there. The senior, Sam Carr. He's taking that keys to the game to heart today. Throw strikes, get ahead, make it happen. His team, it's 12-0, right, Steve?
12-0.
Yeah. Carr dealing here. That one up high for a ball. Logan Finsick has been taking growing pills. This young man has gotten tall on me. Looks like a good athlete from the right side. Swing and a miss and a long swing. And I have to say this. Bus might want to move back just a little bit, because that one was close to being a catcher's interference. He didn't hit the glove, but he's got that glove right up in the middle of the strike zone. And Finsick's got that big, long stride. Ball now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild, as Mike Shannon used to say, but we don't have 2 men on base. 12-0 to score. Swing and a miss, another strikeout. What's that, 6 in a row?
6 strikeouts. With that, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base as we head to the top of the 4th. It's Brown County 12 and Griggsville Perry nothing.
The Ray Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency in Mount Sterling. We offer competitively priced insurance products that fit the needs of you and your family. We specialize in personal, commercial, and agribusiness insurance products. So call me, Brad Casting, today at 217-773-3851 for a free quote and risk assessment. We are located at 128 West Main Street in Mount Sterling. Our phone number is 217-773-3851.
Hi, Chad Yingling here with Yingling and Nissen Insurance.
And Mike Yingling, also with Yingling and Nissen Insurance. Tell me about home and auto packages. It looks like we've had some companies with pretty competitive rates here the last few months.
We've done a lot of quotes here in the last few weeks. I've saved anywhere from $600 to even $1,200. off their annual premium. Been doing really well and saving people a lot of money and providing them excellent coverage.
Pretty competitive on the home and auto stuff if people want to quote.
We'd love to take a look at your stuff, give you a quote, and hopefully save you a bunch of money.
Give us a call at 217-773-3397.
When was the last time you had a great night's sleep? Sleep Tight, your locally owned bedding specialty store, offering only beds made right here in the US of A. Come shop our all-American made brands such as Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. And as always, we offer interest-free financing, free delivery, free setup, and free removal of your old mattress.
Better bed, less money. Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
A collision with your vehicle can be stressful on its own. You don't need more stress dealing with the Auto Body Shop. Mowen Auto Body and owners Chuck and Brandy Mowen can help take the stress out of the process. Chuck brings over 24 years in the auto body business and is iCar certified. Mowen Auto Body, 149 Main Street, Mount Sterling, Illinois. Call 217-773-2127. Mowen Auto Body, the quality of yesterday with the knowledge of today, the right choice in collision repair.
Back with you on BC Hornet Sports, your Yuengling and Nissen top three for this inning. Be at the top of the order, it'll be Colby Wart, Maverick Henry, and Tice Fullerton. Wart comes into this, Jack. Got a base on balls and scored in the first, stole the base. Had a sacrifice and an RBI in the second, and in the third, he got a base on balls and scored.
He also had a base hit.
And an RBI there.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's right. That's right.
No base hits.
That's right. That's right. It was right after him and Henry that had that hit. Hey, Rory Phillips is on the mound now. He takes Gary Woodward's place, and Woodward will, I think, go back to second. Phillips is in the 9-hole for Finsick, and that's a ball, and a 2-ball, no-strike count on Colby Ward, whose strike zone must be hard to hit today because everybody's having trouble finding it. Rory Phillips.
That's a person you don't want on the base paths.
Yep. There's a good pitch. Rory Phillips is a fine young man. He played basketball for a while. His mom's in education. His dad, I think, does some electrical work and does a fine job there, and a good family. This Rory's a great young man. Right-hander deals the 2-1.
Just outside.
Just a little bit outside, as Bob Euchre used to say. Just a bit
Missed
outside.
it by that much.
Yeah, by that much. 3-1 count. 12-0 the lead for Brown County here in the top of the fourth. Next pitch up high, and Wart slams his bat and takes another base on balls. Doggone it, I got to go to first again. That's what he said.
That's a terrible thing, isn't it?
Not a bad thing. Here comes Maverick Henry, who's been hot as a firecracker today. Nope, it's not Maverick. 25 is the batter.
And I got to look. I can tell you. Well, that's
Eli Blakely. Blakely's
Blakely.
been doing some running. Now he's going to bat. So Blakely's going to get his first shot at batting on the day. Bats from the right side. Runner at first. 12-0 ball game. Coach Hoot's trying to get some other guys into the contest. The umpire behind the plate does a little house cleaning, or housekeeping, I should say, with the score. What?
Next break, Jack, I want you to talk about what's going on with FCA. And
yeah, Pleasant. I'm going to talk about Pleasant Hill and what their softball girls are doing. It's pretty cool. First pitch up high for a ball. In fact, McKinley Lowe is the pitcher for Pleasant Hill. They got a great softball team, but before the game, they invite the other team out. They circle the mound, and they pray before every game, and that's pretty cool as far as I'm concerned.
Pretty awesome. And then what's going on Sunday?
Well, Sunday we've got a banquet, and I'm going to tell you what, Steckel is going to be the speaker. He was the offensive coordinator for Tennessee and New England when the Rams played him in the Super Bowl. Next pitch down low. Is it 2-1, Steve? I kind of lost track.
I've lost track too.
But and there's also another young man, a college basketball player, who's in a wheelchair. And that all starts at 2:00. Go to westernilfca.org. We'd love to have you register. You can send me a text at 217-473-5151. Steve will get you a table.
Yeah. If you want to text me, and you can be at our table for BC Hornet Sports, 217-740-9234. Great day. Dessert is what they're serving at 2
and it's
o'clock.
2:00 at QU Auditorium, the Pepsi Arena. It'll be a great day. We hope you'll come.
So if you'd like to go, let me know. I'll get a table. Blakely hits
That's
it right off the end of the bat. That's going to be a base hit.
Yep.
And it gets past the first baseman or the second baseman covering, but
he's going to get a base hit and move the runner to second. So first and second, nobody out. And here comes Tice Fullerton. Nope. Tice Fullerton's going to move aside.
That's going to be Mr. Rice.
Dylan
Rice. Chili Dog is his nickname.
Dylan Rice is going to step in from the right side. He and I go to different barbers. He's got a good-looking head of hair. And bats from the right side. Dylan
But he looks like he goes to the same buffets you and I used to go to.
I'm going to tell you right now, this young man looks like he can put a charge in the ball. He is waiting for the pitch from Mr. Rory Phillips. Umpire said, give me a break. Let me get my mask on here. 12-0 the lead, top of the fourth inning. Brown County has got the lead here.
If you notice, Coach Hoots, out of respect there, he had the brakes put on Colby not to come on that pass. Loose ball at first base.
I always down low. Rice spells his name R-E-I-S-C-H-E. Common spelling for Rice.
Yeah, common spelling for a Brown County person.
R-I-C-E, you bet. The next from Phillips. Fouled straight back.
Watch this young man play clear up through Little League. Caught a lot in Little League. Plays a lot of first base and listed as an infielder, which means first base, and catches.
Where's the number 19 on his back in front of his gray uniform? The next from Phillips. Ooh.
That was a good pitch.
12-0 game. I'd have threw my right hand up on that one, old buddy.
Are you saying that strike zone changes,
Well,
Dak?
I think sometimes you got to know how long it takes you to get to supper. I'm just telling you. Next pitch.
Well, as Nick Hendrick will tell you, after that rain out the other day, you get paid the same whether it's 3 innings or 7 innings.
Well, depends on where you're umpiring at. I had a few places that tried to not pay you when they did that. Next pitch.
Oh wow.
There's a shot down the to left field, and that's a base hit. Well, I tell you what, Rice turned on that one and got a big base hit in that substitute role, and nice job by him coming in and taking advantage. And you know what just happened there? About 5 people in his family said, see, I told you he could hit. He ought to be playing there all the time. Who's up now? Another
12.
Okay, so that's going to put
be
Sterling
Oliver.
Linover.
Is that Sterling Linover?
Sterling Linover is the batter. Bats from the right side, sporting the beard. Where's the number 12? Rory Phillips. Runners at first, second, and third. Nobody out.
No room in the end.
Oh, ground ball third baseman. He's going to step on the bag and get the force out. That'll let a run in, the 13th run of the ball game. So if you got the 13-run pool, right now you've got a chance to collect. Most people have no idea what the 13-run pool is, but that used to be at a game they played in the major leagues with a lot of people at the local offices. Everybody put $1 in every day. Number 4 is the batter now, and that will be Joe Miller.
He's got some wheels.
He's been running today, but first time he's been at the plate, and he bats from the left side. Phillips throws the little knuckleball, and it stays up high for a ball.
You wondered why Carr only had so many innings. It's because we probably have 6 people that have pitched, 6 or 7 people that have pitched this year, and Joe Miller's one of them.
That's going to hit Miller, and he's going to go down to first base, and that'll load the bases back up again as Miller gets hit. So he bats for Carr, but Carr's still in as a pitcher, I think, at this point. Montgomery is the
Rybarczyk. Vlad Rybarczyk is going to be your batter, my next-door neighbor.
Is that Vlad?
Vlad Rybarczyk.
Yeah.
This kid is going to be one whale of a football player, does well on the basketball floor, and I tell you what, I think hits and plays baseball pretty stinking good.
Just a freshman, fouls that first one off.
He saw that big curveball come in, and he was ready for that.
So this is the freshman stepping up there right now. What do you want to bet? Tom Little's just chomping at the bit to say, I think this guy looks like he could play some line for me, or maybe a fullback.
He's been playing some line, but his defensive skills are unbelievable.
Kind of reminds me of that Godchill boy from about 10, 12 years ago that was a stud on the defensive line. And you say Rybarczyk?
Rybarczyk.
I want to make sure I get that
Vlad
down.
Rybarczyk.
Ground ball up the middle to the shortstop, makes the play over to second for one, spins to first, and turns the twin killing to end the inning. Nice play, 6-4 to 3. Shortstop, second baseman to first, and that's going to complete the inning. 13-0. We played 3.5. Bottom of the fourth comes your way on BC Hornet Sports.
Maintaining your lawn can be a never-ending battle, but Bemis Lawn Service, with their state-of-the-art equipment and skilled team of lawn experts, are ready to take on any job you need completed for your lawn, such as lawn maintenance, fertilization, turf weed control, grub control, driveway weed control, overseeding, and shrub trimming. Call Aaron at 217-653-0198 or Scott at 217-653-0197. Bemis Lawn Service, they've got an eye for all things green. Go Hornets!
Land Guy's Toby Stay's relentless pursuit is to use his local expertise to help connect those with a shared passion for land. If you're in the market to sell, give him a call at 217-257-6096. Additionally, if you're in the market to buy, you can find his current listings by scanning the QR code on the screen or following him on Facebook at Toby Stay Land Broker or on Instagram at Toby Stay. He looks forward to connecting with you and providing a smooth process to your transaction.
Your Mount Sterling Foods is still a great place for lunch. The name will be changing, but the daily lunch specials you enjoy will be there. Check out the specials on their Facebook page or their weekly ad in the Democrat Message. Mount Sterling Foods, 200 Pittsfield Road, Mount Sterling, Illinois. Call 217-773-2213.
Probably over the limit. Back with you on BC Hornet Sports. Top three in this inning will be the first three. They haven't seen any action since the first inning. It'll be Lane Lichterman, Wyatt Lichterman, and Colby Tate. Lane Lichterman hit one to center field. He's one of the, these first three batters are the only ones to put the bat on the ball.
Ground ball, third baseman, and there goes the perfect game on the air by the third baseman as Lichterman's going to reach on the air, and that'll be the first base runner of the day.
Still got the shutout going. He could get things with a double play here.
And here comes Wyatt Lipkman to the plate. Grounded out to the shortstop his first time. Carr pitching from the stretch position. First one down low. Nice stop by the umpire on that one. Nothing against the catcher and Buss, but the umpire made a nice play on that.
He went down on his knees, but it went between the knees,
yeah,
I think.
Just made it all the way back, and the ump said, go ahead and stop that one. My wife likes that bruise on my left leg. Next pitch, right down central for a strike, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Jack Buss's dad, Dusty Buss, was a catcher for Brown County.
Didn't drive the bus to the games, though,
No.
Okay. You know the people on the bus.
They go round and round. Or the wheels go round and round.
Top fly, shortstop. Colby Wart says he's got it, and he's good to his word for the out.
Well, did you get the Easter bad grandpa jokes? Do you know what a rabbit has when he makes a basket?
What?
2 points.
Who told you that one?
I found that on a calendar at a furniture store.
Ground ball. Nice job by the pitcher. Carr throws it to the shortstop and Wharton. It's an error on the pitcher on the throw. A little off balance there, so runners at first and second as Tate reaches on the air.
You know what a Bunny's favorite game is, don't you? Basketball.
Why?
Oh. Has to do with Easter baskets, Jack.
Oh, man. These aren't even bad. These are bad preacher jokes.
Yeah, they are. They're terrible.
Fouled straight back. That's Michael Myers at the plate. I am sure that Steve Beheimer may have turned us off if you tell about one more of those. We're trying to keep people here. 13-0 the score right now.
And that would be, let's see, 8, 12, 13. You're right. I had to go back and look.
13-run pool still in play here. I'll explain that to you here in a little while. Next one. That is a base
blooper
hit,
into right.
And there goes the old no-hitter. And a chance for the shutout to go, but the man holds up at third base. So 2 errors and a base hit by Myers, the first hit of the ball game. Got runners at every bag and 1 out. Here comes Logan Evans to the plate, and Evans got a chance to eliminate the shutout. And, you know, if he'd hit one over the wall, we'd lose the opportunity at the 10-run rule also. But we're only in the bottom of the 4th. The next pitch, that's a strike at the knees. 1 out. First man reached on an error by the third baseman, then a little out, and then we had an error by the pitcher trying to turn the double play, and then a base hit to right field by Myers. Now a base hit's going to go the other way as Beheimer won't be able to get to that one. He comes down and gets it, and there goes the shutout. And a lot of things have happened in the inning because Lane Lipkerman came around to score, and all the runners move up 1 on 2 base hits in a row. And here comes Flint Kirk to the plate, and all of a sudden, Brown County showing the gentlemanness and throwing some pinch hitters in there. But here comes Griggsville Perry, and they said, we're not done quite yet. We're going to make something happen here, and they have. Kirk had a good swing on that one.
He was almost on it.
Well, you know, Carr had to sit around for a while a couple of times in this ball game, and that's hard on a pitcher when they're not out there throwing consistently. Sometimes easier to throw when it's 1-0. I should say it's not too bad to throw when you're up 13-0, but now it's 13-1 on the Cass Communications scoreboard. That ball outside.
You were talking about the 13-run pool thing. Mm-hmm. Didn't the Cardinals used to, was it 7-11 or hit and run that used to do?
6 runs. They still do that. On the run?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not telling you to go to on the run. There's a swing and a miss by Kirk and a 1-ball 2-strike count. I don't want to sound like Jack Brickhouse here, but there used to be 25-cent drinks. I think there's 75 cents now. Inflation's caught up with us. The next pitch from Carr. Little breaking pitch, and nice job by Kirk as he's going to get a base hit, and that's going to drive in another run, the second of the inning, and a third hit in a row by Griggsville Perry, and now it's 13-2. I like Griggsville Perry's tenacity in coming up here and not giving up. Garrett Woodward steps to the plate now with Braden Lister on deck. Just 1 out. The base is still loaded. Woodward fouls one straight back. Tell you what, you know, it's pretty easy to just give up, but Griggsville Perry said, not so fast, kids.
And Brown County should know all about that because that's how we went to state last year, and we played that way early in the year. Just don't give up. You get the last at-bat when you're home.
Ground ball, third baseman. He's going to step on the bag for the second out, try to throw it across the diamond, and will not get the double play. And the man was off the bag, but another run scores. And that is the third run to come in the inning. A fielder's choice by Woodward will give him the RBI. And here comes Braden Lister with runners at first and second, 2 outs. Lister was very aggressive his last at bat. Rory Phillips stands on deck. The pitch from Carr. Swing and a miss, strike 1. No, in the 13-run pool, everybody would throw $1 in every day, and if your team got 13 runs, then you picked up the whole pot, and that thing could build pretty good size. Probably totally illegal. We shouldn't be talking about it, but
I mean, why not? You can gamble on anything else in the state of Illinois.
And you can gamble on baseball now. It used to be Congress used to control baseball. Swing and a miss by Lister in an 0-2 count.
Didn't Pete Rose get in trouble for that?
Yep, but they haven't let him in yet.
I don't know how you can overshadow.
They call it double standards, or Washington, D.C., I think. Did I say that? Fouled straight back by Lister. You know, Wayne Ader was the farm director for a radio station that I used to know about. Sometimes he'd say when the markets would come out, well, they're putting it to us again today. That's what they'd say. Honesty is the best policy. Right now, the honesty tells us, what's the score, Steve? 13-3?
13-3. 2 outs.
That ball a little bit outside. Buss tried to hold it there, but it was outside the whole time. Lister trying to pick up another base hit. 1, 2, 3 in a row, then a fielder's choice. A lot of things have happened in the bottom of the 4th here. That's a fly ball center field. Center fielder went back, and now he's coming in, and he's going to be able to make the play for the third out of the inning, but not before 3 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and a couple of men left on base. We have played 13-3. Brown County with the lead over Griggsville Perry. Top of the 5th comes your way on BC Hornet Sports. Don't you dare go away.
Thinking about replacing a furnace or building a home? Confused by the options? Contact the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling about GeoComfort geothermal systems. Harness the energy stored in the earth to provide your heating and cooling. Geothermal is extremely efficient, safe, and environmentally friendly. It could save you up to 70% on your heating and cooling bills. Call the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling at 217-773-2626 to discover the best option for your home.
Owning a home can come with lots of surprises like water damage, leaky roofs, fire damage, and mold. You're not alone. Call Service Master Cleaning and Restoration today. We're a family-owned business serving Quincy, Jacksonville, Macomb, and Fulton County, Illinois.
When it comes to your money, local is better. Farmers National Bank of Griggsville is here in the heart of the community, working where we live. We make sensible loans to our friends and neighbors so that we can help our community grow. Stop by and see our friendly staff and see what we can do to meet your financial goals. Located in Griggsville, Pittsfield, and Mount Sterling. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I love working at DOT. I love the flexibility.
I love my 3-day weekend.
When you work in the DOT, you expect a lot of great things. Pay raises.
Benefits.
The reason I really like DOT is the people.
You're working among your friends. It's just a positive, uplifting place.
Y a todos son bienvenidos y no los tratan a nadie indiferente, no importa de dónde vengan.
C'est comme une grande famille. Je dis j'aime DOT food.
As a student at St. Mary's School, your child will receive strong educational foundation embedded with Christian values. All students, kindergarten through 8th grade, have individual iPads, along with personalized attention with a small class size. St. Mary's also offers Fulham half-day pre-K, affordable tuition, a family atmosphere, and exceptional teachers. Register your child today by calling Melissa at St. Mary's School at 217-773-2825.
This is Tracy Hendricker with the Hendricker Funeral Home in Mount Sterling. On behalf of our entire family, we wish the best of luck to all the Hornet teams this season. Jamie and I have always been so proud of the athletic programs in the Brown County School District, which was such an important part of our own children's formative years. We are honored and humbled to have served so many families in Brown County and pledge to continue the tradition of assisting families with the dignity and compassion our community deserves. Thank you, and go Hornets!
LM Concrete Construction takes pride in providing quality concrete work to Mount Sterling.
Back with you on BC Hornet Sports. First three brought to you by Yingling Innocent Agency. Cole Beheimer, Jack Buss, and Trey Fullerton. Beheimer's got 3 infield hits, Jack.
Well, let's see if he can do it again. First pitch up high for a ball.
They didn't give him anything to hit there.
And to the mound is Kirk now. And is that Finsick behind the plate?
Well, I can't.
Big tall
20, 21? Would that be right?
That would be Woodward.
I think. I could be wrong.
Trying to get the shin guards adjusted, so I think it's Garrett Woodward behind the plate and Kirk on the mound. 2 balls, no strikes to the count. Kirk had been the catcher. He goes to the mound, 4th guy to pitch. Swing and a miss as Beheimer just trying to put a little contact on the ball there. That's all he's done today.
Yep.
And had great success, 3 hits on the day.
Got the head ahead of the bat.
Ball outside, 3-1 count. Beheimer's not a guy you want to walk. 13-3 the score here in the top of the 5th inning. The next by Kirk, up high for a ball, and Beheimer reaches on a base on ball.
3 for 3 on the day.
Yep, 4th time at the on the bases, and he scored, what, a couple of runs, 3 runs on the day?
These seniors, just to remind people, went to the 8th grade state, or junior high state when they were in 8th grade.
I bet you were there.
I was there.
East Peoria?
Yep.
First pitch in.
It was an audio broadcast, though. That's how far back it is, Jack.
Buss is the batter. Buss has been the catcher today. Yep, back in the audio days.
In our started our 6th year of broadcasting for BC Hornet Sports. Want to thank Jack Hall Jack Hole got me started in broadcasting, so.
And your wife has never forgiven me, probably, right? All those nights you've been missing.
No, if you notice, she goes with me now.
Yeah. Well,
she's
likes
a
you
big.
more.
She's a big part of the broadcast team.
That's great.
And the thing is, during basketball, she'll do whatever.
She is an important part of the broadcast team.
She is the cog, Jack.
Because if you think I'm going to now lift your foot there, if you think I'm going to say she's the big part of the broadcast team, you are crazy. You're in trouble, not me. That's a ball.
In ministry and in broadcasting, can't do it without her.
She's a dandy. Known her all her life.
And I know the girls appreciate it. Is that she does most of the softball broadcasting. Unfortunately, she worked Monday, Tuesday this week. She'll be there tomorrow.
Well, maybe you can give her a full-time job broadcasting one of these days.
Yeah, one of these days.
There's the ball. Base on balls for Bus.
That's his third base or fourth base on balls, Jack.
We got hit by a pitch once.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. That P circles the base on balls on mine.
24 is Trey Fullerton.
Yep. And we're going to...
Pinch runner, is that what we had? Yeah, Bus is going to be run for by somebody.
Looks...
Before it was Miller and Blakely doing the running,
I
but
think this
they
is
both
Tom.
have played
I think
now.
this is Thomas Boylan, maybe.
Oh.
I could be wrong. I'll get it here in a minute.
Not exactly sure what the legalities are of a guy who's being DH for, whether
that
he
is
can run for
23.
That'd be Reniel Sanchez.
Really? No, it doesn't look right. 20. I don't know. We'll see here in just a minute.
Looks like 24.
24, yeah. Who's that?
But that's Trey Fullerton, and he's up to bat. I don't think we could do that.
Puts a bat on the ball.
Yep, base hit by Fullerton. That's going to be an RBI unless they make a great throw here. Here comes Beheimer with the wheels, scoring again. I'm going to tease Cole because he's gotten a lot taller since he bought those baseball pants. 14th run of the game, 14-3 now. Here comes Wart back to the plate. Still trying to figure out who that runner is at second. But it can't be Trey Fullerton in both bases. He's not that fast. First pitch up high for a ball.
For Wart. Base on balls, sacrifice, base on balls, and base on balls,
yeah,
I believe.
He's got 3 walks on the day. Ground ball, foul ball on the left-hand side.
Turn backwards so I can see the bigger number.
Way high there. Is it 21 maybe? Eli Stanton?
Oh, there you go. That's who it is.
Yep,
It's Eli Staten.
Staten, okay.
He's done a little pitching this year too.
Kirk will deliver the next up high for a ball. Wart says, bring her down here. I want to take a cut at it.
Before somebody tells me to change the score inning, I better do that, Jack.
Yeah. They keep you up to date on that, don't they?
They do.
Next pitch, inside, almost hit him. Runner will go down to third. And the runner second is Fullerton now. 3-1 count on Wart. Boy, Wart's just really got a nice build. He could play some college sports of some kind. He ripped that ball past the shortstop. That'll be a 2 RBI hit. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Wart off to the races, and he'll go into second base with a stand-up double and a couple more RBIs, and that'll make it a 15-3 ball game.
Well, it makes it 16, actually, Jack, I think.
Mistake.
8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
I hate when you're right.
Yeah,
No,
my wife does too.
No, I don't.
I always ask her to say that one more time.
Maverick Henry was a scheduled hitter. Is this Maverick? Put some substitutes in, trying to look and see.
Yeah, this is Maverick.
Yep. So Wart's at second. 16-3 now. Kirk, the pitcher. First one up high for a ball. My phone just told me to eat supper, one of my favorite things. This is my phone telling me to eat instead of to walk. Next one up high. I love these phones. You know, it'll say, hey, you haven't moved for 20 minutes. You get up and take 3 steps, and it says, good job. Nobody else ever says that to me, you know it? The next. Fly ball, right side.
Little blooper. It's
little Texas ligger, and it's going to fall in for a base hit, and Ward's going to jog to third. If he goes any slower, he's going to stop because Coach does not want him going past that. 16-3, and that's going to bring Tice Fullerton to the plate. 5th at bat for most of these guys on the day?
Yes, that would be correct. Fullerton grounded into a double play, base on balls, and a base hit, and did not score his last time, scored on the 2 base on balls. 2 for 4 on the day, or 2 for, no, I take that back. 1 for 2 on the day so far.
Charlie would say to John, quit arguing with yourself, Steve.
Yeah.
Fullerton looking for another base hit and an RBI down there at third. He flies the ball to center field. Man will be tagging at third and will not try to score. Fullerton goes, Coach, that's all well and good, but you just cost me at bat an RBI.
Yep.
Being a good sportsman, though. 16-3, and to the plate will come Sam Carr.
Wouldn't think anything less would come out of Jared Hoots. I mean, a fine individual and a
pretty good guy for a guy that came from Scott County.
Yeah, really.
First pitch up high for a ball. You know, it's interesting. Grant DeWitt's at West Central in Scott County, and he's a Brown County boy. And Coach Hoots has been at Brown County for a long time now.
Wife Sarah and him are both invested in the community.
Oh, my. Made a major investment with their dance studio and got those twin boys that are coming up. They'll be Hornets. They're looking forward to it.
Oh, they are. Got to watch them play a little 5th grade basketball this year. Didn't broadcast it.
Carr. I will say that those boys have gotten involved in your broadcast a little bit, haven't they?
They're a fun batch. I remember a couple of years ago we let them do the B innings for after the game was over, and what was it? Pitcher threw a pitch and the batter didn't swung at it, and one of them said, well, I wouldn't have done that.
Base hit by Carr up the middle. That'll drive in another run. That'll make it a 17-3 game as the Hornets are going station to station here. RBI and a base hit by Carr. Carr's had a good day at the plate.
Fullerton's going, hey, you didn't have to send him in. You could have you gave Carr the RBI. He's already got one on the day.
Now Montgomery will be the batter.
Gavin Montgomery, the first baseman.
So are we at 17, I do believe?
Oh, yes, we are.
Okay.
Pitch. Popped up center field.
Center fielder coming in, got a beat on it, does Evans, and he makes the catch
for the second out.
And the guy's going to be caught off base, and a force out, a double play, and that will end the inning. We will move to the bottom of the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th.
With a score of 17-3, Brown County's lead. Brown County will try to hold Griggsville Perry and end this when we come back.
In the surrounding areas, specializing in flat work, sidewalks, residential, new buildings, or add-ons, commercial and decorative concrete. Call Lorenzo Martinez for all your concrete needs at 779-279-4413. That's 779-279-4413.
Brown County Accounting and Tax recently opened in Mount Sterling. The team brings over 30 years of experience and is ready to advise on taxes, bookkeeping, and payroll. We are ready to meet with you with no obligation to discuss your tax saving strategy and have already helped many in the area. Contact us today at 217-770-8082. We're excited to be part of the community and are looking forward to helping you.
Banks are involved in every aspect of our daily lives. They support us as we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like purchasing that new car, opening a small business, buying or building a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. Bank with a partner you can trust and count on. Farmer State Bank and Trust Company of Mount Sterling. Locally owned, locally operated, locally dedicated. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Manker's going to be our batter. And Steve will tell you about the top three coming up here. It's a 9-1-2 batters.
That'll be Manker, Lane Lichterman, Wyatt Lichterman.
We're going to get that Manker boy taking a good, healthy cut here. Tristan's played ball through Little League. Likes the game. Bats from the right side. Trying to get bat on the ball and swing and a miss. And he'll strike out, but a good cut. I like the fact that Tristan came up there swinging the bat. That's what you need to do. And it'll bring up number 32, Lane Lipkeman, the batter.
Popped out to left field and got on with an error by the third baseman and scored.
Hit a hard ground ball his last time up. Yep, scored the first run for them of the day. Swing and a miss, the left-hander. If you've never seen the Lipkeman twins play basketball, you have missed it because they love the game. One of the things up a ground ball to the second baseman. He's going to have to hustle. Makes the play. Play goes 4-3 for the second out of the inning, and we're one out away from this ball game becoming complete.
Stay tuned at the end of the ball game, Jack. Mount Sterling Foods sponsors the post game. 200 Pittsfield Road, Mount Sterling. Give them a call, 773-2213. Players of the ball game brought to you by Casting Lumber Company and KLC Inc. We'll give at least a couple people players of the ball game.
First pitch from Cars down low. And I want to tell you, when you go to Mount Sterling Foods, get that cart and fill it up with groceries.
Absolutely.
Quality stuff right there.
Yeah, change the name, taking the IGA name down, but same great deli. I'm a big fan of the deli.
It's going to be a tough one. Shortstop's going to field it deep in the hole. Long throw. Did he stay on the bag? He did. Play goes 6-3. And Wyatt Lipkeman retired on a nice play by Wharton. That's going to be the final in the ball game. A 17-3 win for Brown County. Quality win for them on the day. We're going to take a break. We'll come back.
Well, nope, we'll keep it right here.
Okay.
Mount Sterling IGA, the post-game show. You're still a great place for lunch. The name will be changing, but the daily lunch specials you'll enjoy will still be there. Check out the specials on Facebook or the weekly ad in the DM. Mount Sterling Foods, 200 Pittsfield Road, Mount Sterling. Call 217-773-2213. For Griggsville Perry, it looked like this. 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base, and that was all in the fourth inning, Jack. For Brown County, it was 17 runs on 11 hits, no errors by Perry, and 9 men left on base for Brown County. Let's take a look at your players of the ballgame, brought to you by Casting Lumber Company, hometown family-owned lumber and do-it-best hardware. They just finished up celebrating 50 years in the community. Casting Lumber Company, Route 99 South, Mount Sterling. Call 773-2611. And KLC Inc., screen printing, embroidery, custom team apparel, and promotional products. 509 Pittsfield Road. That's KLC Inc. You think it, we ink it, is their slogan. I got to give Sam Carr one of the players of the ball game there, Jack. What about you? Who else you want to give it to?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Sam Carr, no doubt about it, did a nice job on the hill and a nice job at the plate. But I think one of the keys to this game was Cole Beheimer saying, you know what, I'm going to play a little small ball today and get 3 infield singles and a base on balls. 3 for 3 on the day, scored a bunch of runs. And that's the kind of guy that if you keep doing that, they might be able to move him up in the lineup into that like leadoff role and set the table for those big bats that are coming up behind him. I like the approach of Brown County today. Griggsville Perry is going to regroup, and they'll be just fine. They had a tough game yesterday over at Kinderhook, so had to use quite a bit of pitching yesterday and then played a tough Brown County squad today. 17-3, but when you run out of pitching some days, it's going to be tougher for you, but I think Beheimer deserves one of those recognition spots today also, along with Fullerton, who really hit the ball well today.
Yeah, Tice Fullerton out there had a couple stolen bases, hit the ball well. Also, others out there. Kobe Ward had a great ball game also. Good overall from top to bottom from the Brown County team today. And so with that, Jack Hall, Steve Surratt, thanks for watching and listening. We'll be back tomorrow. Lisa will have softball for you. I'll have baseball for you. And then Friday, we'll have Brown County baseball at Havana. With that, goodbye and praise God for the day that you had today.
You bet.